everyone. I had another opportunity to take the Cobra to Daytona for a track event. As most of you would know if you've watched these with me before, there's no racing here, but we can run as hard as we want and get out and have a good day with your cars. When you come up on a car that needs passed, you can't pass them except in designated areas, which obviously is not the corners, and they have to point you by so that they know that you're there and you're doing the passing. This here is, I believe, the first lap that we were doing, and I'm just kind of hanging back, checking out the talent of the people ahead of me, seeing if I can catch them and get around them easily, or if they faster than me and I don't worry about it. But we'll get through here and see what happens. And as you can see here, this is sometimes what happens. But there was no problems. He stayed on the track and nobody hit him. So we regroup and head to the banks. It's always a thrill to pull onto the banks at Daytona. And we're coming up here on the bus stop, a little chicane in the back straightaway to keep things slowed down so we don't have such massive speeds going into the next set of the bank turns. I negotiated them easily and heading up onto the banking. I stay relatively conservative on this. Like I say, it's one of the first laps. I don't even think I get it into fifth gear until after we get around here a little farther. And I tend to keep the speed down around 140. I've had it a little faster. They have made it to where we're not allowed to have lap timing and measuring devices anymore. I'm sure it's for a safety factor, people trying to go out and beat their last time and drive a bit over their talent ability. So I don't have any pure data, but the speedometer stays pegged. It's obviously not accurate because it goes to 160, but 140 is good. I stay in that area, 140, 145 for a maximum speed. It is a little home-built car, so it seems to be happy in that area. And as I came up on that last car, he hadn't given me a point by yet, so I eased off the gas until he recognized me. He stuck his arm out and pointed me around, and we head off and finish another lap. Coming up on this car, I'm kind of feeling him out. I'm pretty certain that I'm going to try to get around him here, most probably as we get up on the banking again. So I'm checking, seeing how he's driving, and setting him up for when we can get around. But he kind of kind of fooled me here in a minute. He gets up here to the where we're supposed to make a hard right, and he goes straight. That one kind of threw me a little bit there for a minute, but got him out of the way and onto the track. And this is later in the day, and as you see, I'm into overdrive as we're still into the banking, just cruising down the backstretch. This is one of the areas that I usually reach my highest speed. Coming up on the bus stop, shutting down from in the 120s, 130s or so, down to about 60, and then shoot through the switchbacks onto the banking for the last lap that I'm going to show here. In between the second session and the third session, as I was going over the car into the pits, I noticed that one of the fan blades had fatigued and worked itself off and smacked the radiator. Fortunately, it didn't puncture the radiator. So I removed that blade, and then I zip tied the other blade and unhooked the sensor so those flanges wouldn't turn, and went out and ran the third session. And they had a fourth session, but I was feeling a little tired, and I just had a gut feeling the car was a bit tired, so I didn't run the fourth session and headed to the house. And as I had put it on the lift and looked there, it looks like my feeling was right. The old Cobra was getting a bit tired. The valve cover had worked itself loose, and it was leaking a fair amount of oil all over everything. So we're home and cleaning it up. After soaping and washing the bottom, I'm here spraying the soapy water across the top of the motor, staying away from all the electrics, and preparing it to give the top side a wash job. And after the washing, get the air hose out, give it a nice blow dry, get ready to do some work on the car. It'll be a lot nicer without all the oil under it. I was pitted next to some nice young men from Georgia, and their team photographer was there and took this photograph of the car. I think it's coming off of turn 3, and if you look real closely, the left rear tire is kind of squished flat from the load, and the right front tire is almost lifted off the ground. Pretty good shot, so the old Cobra was hooked up pretty good. Well, I had a great day at the track, and I think got another one maybe in August or September. We'll do it again. Once again, thanks for watching.